Hello and welcome to the Grand Line Review, your source for everything One Piece. Today we have a short review of the cover of Volume 89, Bad End Musical, which is due to be released in Japan on the 4th of June. And I'll just start out by spouting that I love this cover. It's completely unlike anything we have ever seen in One Piece before, which is pretty crazy considering that we have 88 other covers to look back on. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong because it happens often, but I'm pretty sure this is the very first volume cover that has exclusively focused on an actual scene from the manga. And you know what? Oda picked an absolute ripper of a scene to do just that as well. This is the final exchange of attacks between Luffy and Katakuri, the moment that really settled it all. And it's just so cool to see it from a different perspective and of course in color. The one thing I will say about color is that it looks very muted in comparison to most One Piece volumes, which tend to be a bit more vibrant in nature, no matter how dark the story is at the time. Part of this is more than likely because the best quality image I've been able to find probably just doesn't represent the colors properly. But even accounting for the lack of vibrancy and saturated, the colors are still clearly present and able to be judged, and I don't think they're the most dynamic and visually appealing combination that could possibly have been chosen. In particular, I quite dislike the background of Mirror World being blue and white because I just don't think it adds very well to the epic atmosphere. This particular brand of blue and white are a classic office style combination and strike me as kind of mundane, as opposed to say the cover of Volume 82, which used blue and white to great success in order to convey a sense of journey and new adventure with endless possibilities. Sadly, the blue and white here isn't dominant enough to convey anything other than a general sense of flatness, and in general I just wish it used a lot more purple. But that really is my only nitpick of this cover. Everything else is pretty damn amazing, and I can't praise enough the decision to include two mirrors with close-up shots of Luffy and Katakuri. Both of their faces look amazing, especially Luffy with the dark eyeshadow of the Gear 4th form. And the texture of the blood dripping down their faces is a masterpiece of marker art all on its own. I really cannot get enough of the illusion of texture and shading on that blood. I also really enjoy the perspective of Luffy's arm in Snake Man form, the shape of which is a bit odd to look at first, but works really well once you've taken in the whole image of the cover. And it's also really wonderfully balanced by Katakuri's attack, which dominates the top portion of the cover. And just to briefly cover the contents of the volume itself, this contains Chapter 890, Big Mom on Deck, to Chapter 900, Bad End Musical. So this volume is a pure powerhouse of content, which the cover reflects very well. This is one of those volumes that readers will just blast through because they won't be able to put it down. I think it was a very good move to end this volume with Chapter 900 because I quite heavily criticized Chapter 901 for pretty much ruining all of the dramatic work that Chapter 900 put in. So at the very least, this volume will be completely untainted by that. You'll finish this one, take a moment and go, whoa, and then move on to Volume 90 and hopefully treat that as its own thing. But yeah, Luffy vs Katakuri almost effortlessly became one of my favorite fights in the series, possibly my absolute favorite fight actually, and this cover very much encapsulates the phenomenal ferocity of that battle. So I look forward to owning and treasuring this volume for as long as I live. And that pretty much does it for this short cover review. If you enjoyed this video, then feel free to like, favorite, or subscribe, and please do comment with your thoughts on the cover. This has been the Grand Line Review, and I'll see you next time.